G'day, this is a quick video on the art of apologising. Now it occurred to me, I was having a think the other day. Now there's different ways we can apologise as men and actually do it with integrity and do it with meaning. You know, I find a lot of people actually apologise with the class if they're frustrated. They've done something to, annoy someone, but it's been the result of something that other person has done. It's easy to sort of get fired up and say, yeah, I'm sorry, but, I'm sorry I spoke to you like that, but you did this or you did that. Now, when I remember going to a counsellor session once, and look, I've heard this before many times, that if you follow up an apology with a but, because you've got something else you need to say, then it doesn't act like an apology, right? And I remember the counsellor saying to me, why not try apologising without following it up? Just actually saying you're sorry about something. Now, this can work, but here we go. But I also think there's another way to go about it. Now, if you've done something that you've stuffed up, and sorry, it's a bit windy. There's the girls out there looking for food. Anyway, if you've done something that, you got to be honest and you've stuffed up and it's no fault of someone else. Let's say you snapped at your partner, he's spoken to, just you're in a bad mood about something else, you took it out on them, right? Now, there's no reason, there's no excuse for that. You just simply apologise and no buts, right? But I know there are situations, sorry, that's just like the photobomb. I know there are situations, and I feel it too, when I might have responded to someone, but something they've done's really pissed me off, right? And I still feel like I've got something to say about, maybe the way they've spoken to me. So instead of saying, oh yeah, look, I'm sorry, and apologising first, but, blah, 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 because, you know what it's like. If someone said to you, oh yeah, I'm sorry I did that, but, you shouldn't have been there in the first place, it doesn't feel like an apology. But if you flip it around the other way, what if, and I just thought of this yesterday, what if we say, okay, look, what you did was really, really annoying to me, and I didn't appreciate it, but I am sorry the way I spoke to you. Different, isn't it? When you finish with the apology, it actually changes the meaning to it. It kind of gives it a bit more gravity to actual, meaning, and it just feels like you got more integrity with an apology. You've still got to say your point, because that is still important. If you've got I've got a bit of we've all got some sort of ego. We still like to get our point across, because, when we interacting with people, it is a two-way street. So I'm not really one for saying, unless it's just completely something I've done and I don't feel like the other person, I feel like they were just in the firing line. If I feel like they've played a part in that interaction, then it's okay to call them out. But maybe genuinely and just respectfully call them out, then apologise. Now you've left a bit more of a, more of a relaxed space or just an open space for them to come back and feel like they've been acknowledged in some way. No, give it a try. See what it feels like. Something that's just sort of occurred to me, that you might have better luck with getting an apology accepted instead of just that whole, you didn't mean that. And, that's just human nature, isn't it? Anyway, I hope that was some benefit. I'm going to go, just thought I'd show you. Yeah, they're just here. They're curious little things. All right, that's enough from me. Cheers.